Hello and welcome back to the channel. Last week we read the book The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. The key point being there is that the mind is the most powerful thing you can have. And when you unlock the power of your mind, you can exponentially grow your wealth and there's unlimited potential waiting for you out there. The universe will attract, or you will attract the universe and let all that flow, that energy flow into you. So that is a good message to read, of course. Now, today's book is a little bit heavier, and it took me a while to get through this book. It's a philosophical book written by a psychologist about 60 years ago, Erich Fromm. The title being To Have or To Be. And the basic message I find is that you need to unlock the power of your being. You obviously critically analyze what having means, and I'm sure you all know what having is. But being, what is being? Why do we say there's a power in just being? Is it let it be, as in the Beatles? Well, the being is requires you to have a change in heart, because change in mind is not enough for us to save ourselves, because the picture that it paints of the 20th century and several centuries leading up to that is basically human freedom have grown so much to the point that we have been destroying our planet. So the destruction to humankind is very at a large scale, unheard of. So his solution to stopping that destruction, to save ourselves from destroying ourselves, is to propose that we need a change of heart to basically live as a powerful being, a full being. Now, why do we need a change of heart? I think it's because with his reference to Buddha, is that human mind is easily deceived. What we perceive can easily be wrong, and sometimes all we see is illusions, not the reality. Because the reality is always changing, therefore a fixed mind will try to see certainty, permanence, those kind of things. And in Buddhism, we are taught that that is an illusion. So, and of course, the having mind, or when you live in the having mode, it's all about greed. And so that also easily makes us blind to see the reality. And the reference I make here, as you can see, the theme running here is the appearance versus reality. And if I reference Shakespeare, you will know that Macbeth is a character who is deceived by the witches in their prophecy that he will kill the king and become the new king. And in King Lear, we see the old king being deceived by the two nasty daughters and has to give up Cordelia because he's fooled by them. And the character the fool, actually sharpens the point, because he's actually the one who can see the true reality. And we have Gloucester, who is blinded by one of his sons because he was also deceived in that way. So when Shakespeare wrote, I guess he's also looking at the change of human heart. But the author is saying that basically we need to continuously wake ourselves up by following Buddha and Marx and Freud, what they're saying about the human self, which was created as part of this freedom, the age of freedom, the owning of property, and that extended to owning yourself and others, being driven by greed. All of these things represses our true self, and we cannot access that unconscious self. And so to be at one with self, being at one, would be the true power of being, and that comes with experiencing joy, being alive, imagining, and being creative, and using critical reason, what he calls a productive activity. And learning is engraved into our being, and it allows us to shatter illusions of having. As in the Diamond Sutra, the diamond is strong enough to cut through anything, any illusion or of having, which is heavily bound by ego if you're in the having mode. And by being a being, you're not bound by that anymore. You're a vessel that grows as it's filled, and you have this inner wealth inside of you, just as it says in the Millionaire Mind. So his idea is basically we have already entered as a humanity this having mode. Our civilization has moved into this mode, and it's not possible to go back into the being mode. Being mode, you can think of a primitive tribes who don't have such greed, destroying themselves and destroying the nature that they're part of. But because of this having mode, we are enjoying an unlimited amount of growth and wealth. However, we are destroying our nature and ourselves with it. So he's saying that it's not like to have or to be is we're not gonna go back to just being. We are already in the having, but we need to, I guess, incorporate the idea of being so that we don't destroy ourselves in the process. So his humanistic approach is fighting against the dehumanizing force of the system, the capitalistic society, shall we say. And his solution is to keep following Buddha, or awaken yourself from the dream, from the illusion, the matrix. Wake up Neo, and then you'll truly be free.